Many thanks for your company. This is the AM News. Details now. Now, hell is breaking loose over who should be held responsible for the latest controversy surrounding a whopping $111.4 million default on judgment debt ruling awarded against the Republic of Ghana by a district court in the United States of America. For close to 4 years, oil conglomerate Trafigura, through its Ghana Power Generation Company, has been on the heels of the government of Ghana for terminating a power purchase agreement in spite of the award of $134 million as judgment debt issued against Ghana by a tribunal in the United Kingdom. But Trafigura is now scaling up its debt recovery following a successful secure of a court order from the United States, asking the Republic of Ghana to pay a total sum of $111.4 million plus a mandatory interest, which has compounded after the court's ruling. But how did Ghana get to this stage, and what are the damages involved? We have been speaking to the former Power Minister, Dr. Kwabena Donlo, who is taking on the Attorney General and, by extension, the government over their inaction.
Attorney General's Department and the Ministry for Energy, what were they doing? Did they sleep on the job? Or they realized that, look, the arbitration settlement was on such strong legal terms that it was not worth challenging. That could also be an option. But I also know for a fact that even after the arbitration settlement, the government of Ghana agreed to engage Trafigura with a settlement plan. And one of the options Ghana government explored at the time was even to pay for the plant and take over the plant. Again, we went to sleep. And this is not the first of such issues we've had, where we go to arbitration, there is a judgment against us, we agree a settlement, and then we renege on it.
Attorney General Godfred is challenging the position of the former Power Minister as he explained circumstances that may have led to a default in the judgment debt. In brief, Godfred says he cannot take responsibility for the non-payment of the arrears, claiming that another sector minister is responsible for making payments. Listen to him.
After the entry of the arbitral award, which is final, the only obligation left is for the state, which is the judgment debtor, to pay. So it is a failure of the government of Ghana to pay this judgment debt entered in January 2021, which has led to repeated applications in various courts by GPGC. You remember that about some few months ago, our High Commissioner to England, Papa Wilson Kuma, was actually on radio, on your network, lamenting the seizure of Somerset and all that. And that was settled in such a way that the assets were released from attachment. The government of Ghana subsequently paid some amount of money, but it was not in full settlement of the judgment debt. So the judgment debt is still outstanding. So the explanation for the failure to pay now does not lie with the Attorney General. It lies with the Minister of Finance. It is actually a matter between Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy. And as far as I'm concerned, any role to play by the Attorney General did not happen in my time or tenure as Attorney General. So really, the only obligation left is to pay. It's for the Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to negotiate means of paying the judgment debt. And it's the same thing. It is not a new judgment debt for people to now scream as if, with all respect, I had defaulted on any duty at all. In my tenure as Attorney General, there has not been a single judgment debt.
In other stories, academic activities have yet to fully resume on the campuses of colleges of education in the Ashanti region, despite the recent end of a 2-month strike by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana. The strike was called off after CTAG reached an agreement with the government regarding the implementation of compulsory arbitral award orders. However, many students who had left campus during the strike have not yet returned to school. Emmanuel Bright-Kweku reports that teacher trainees are now calling for an extension of the academic calendar to compensate for the lost time and ensure they can recover or cover the necessary coursework.
Life is yet to be restored on campuses of the colleges of education in the Ashanti region. At the St. Louis College of Education, classrooms remain empty as students are yet to return to school for continuation of the academic year. For 9 weeks now, teachers at the various colleges of education abandoned classrooms in agitation for better working conditions. The teacher trainees were left stranded.
We're just studying because when we wake up, you have nothing doing. So you have to go for your book so that you can just learn at least one definition and you are good to go, because you don't have anything to write at the end of the day.
The time is so limited for us to achieve it all, but I think the teachers should put much effort to help us so that we, the students, can also help ourselves.
The situation is similar at the Wesley College of Education as the school's administration awaits the arrival of students. Student leadership is demanding compensation for the lost time.
Since we came here, we have not been given any academic materials. So what are you studying? Where are you even studying? Yeah, so this has been some of the challenges that we are facing. Students are eagerly to learn on their own, but where is the material to learn on your own? We have not been having any access to all the teaching and learning material, so in fact it has been very terrible for us.
It's barely 3 weeks for the 2023-2024 academic calendar to end, to usher in a new semester. The trainees want an extension of the calendar with their 3 months arrears of allowances paid.
If they want to use this few weeks for us to learn everything and write exams, it is not going to help us. So we are pleading that there would be an extension of the academic calendar so that we can also learn at the ending of the semester. And we are supposed to add some months. You see, add some months to the semester. So definitely we have lost a lot. We have some monies that the government also had to give to us as teacher trainees. That is our allowance. But then since we came to this semester, we have not received any. We have not received the allowance.
Chairman for CTAG in Ashanti region, Bono and Ahafo regions, Paul Mensah, wants convenient arrangements for effective completion of the academic year.
So for us, our examining body are the affiliate universities. So they also know that a greater part of the semester is lost. So they will also have to decide if they want the exam to be done as scheduled, then it will mean that a lot of work would have to be put in place, which will mean that maybe we may have to go extra mile to cover what we have lost. But I think the best would be, that is my opinion, to have a means of extending, because what is left is just about 2-3 weeks.
These seats yearn for its regular users, the students, and hopefully in the coming days they would get to enjoy the comforts they have always wanted. The students back in classroom enjoying their lessons. From here at the St. Louis College of Education, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
The second day of the voter exhibition exercise continued to reward dwindling turnout at various polling centers in the Ashanti region. Some potential voters who were yet to confirm their details cited their reluctance to political apathy. Emmanuel Bright-Kweku again has more from the Ashanti region.
All right, so it's the second day of the voter exhibition exercise that is happening across the country and even in the Ashanti region. And I'm currently here at the Menchia South constituency to find out how the situation is. Unfortunately, yesterday there was a slow start, and then we are hoping that as the days go by, the numbers increase. That's according to the Electoral Commission. But I'll quickly interact with this EC official here to find out from her what so far she's been able to record since this exercise actually began. Good morning. First day. I want to understand, how was it for you yesterday?
Yesterday it was normal. People were not coming back. It's cool.
Yesterday people weren't coming. So the entire day, how many numbers do you get?
7.
7 out of
288.
288. So out of this 7, how many are females and then how many are males?
Male 6, female 1.
Okay. So, and then the age bracket, do you have any idea?
The age, that from 22 to, I think, 20, from, it starts from 30 to the 60 column. Okay. Those are coming.
So meaning the younger ones are not coming?
No.
What check you did, Nana?
Minyanchake.
I didn't hear.
some starting Monday, every Friday. But
I will go and check before it ends, but I don't know why they have to make us pay for checking our details online.
I did the registration at Accra, but seriously right now I'm at Kumasi, I'm working here, and I don't have a transportation. So if someone is willing to help me with transportation, I think I can go and check it.
I've gone to check my details, but I'm not sure I'll be voting.
December
oh, menya sure some better and as I'm to say do.
Unya sure so better about. It's I didn't know check it.
Oh, some person in case last meeting person better na mama ba. Check here.
So the numbers, well, on the second day has been encouraging quite a bit, but the EC officials are hoping that a majority of the numbers can come around and check their details in the voter album. From here are the Menchia South constituency in the Ashanti region. My name is Emmanuel Bransquick.
As we enter day 3 today, we continue to monitor and bring you updates. But moving on, Upper West Regional Minister Stephen Yakubu has issued a stern warning that the road construction equipment distributed under the District Road Improvement Program, that is the DRIP program, to metropolitan and district assemblies is strictly for public use and not for the personal benefit of politicians. He emphasized that these resources are intended to address the road challenges faced by communities and should not be exploited at the discretion of any political figure. Stephen Yakubu also assured that the central government will provide the necessary fuel for the equipment, ensuring they are used exclusively for community-driven projects. He made these remarks while handing over the first consignment of road improvement equipment to the MDAs in the region. Join News Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
A total of 2,240 units of state-of-the-art road equipment under the District Road Improvement Program, DRIP, are to be distributed to metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies in the country, marking a significant boost to the country's road infrastructure. The equipment includes water tankers, backhoes, motor graders, rollers, tipper trucks, concrete mixers, wheel loaders, land loaders, and bulldozers. Some 5,000 Ghanaian construction workers are expected to gain direct jobs from the program. The 11 municipal and districts in the Upper West region have been allocated a total of a little over 100 units of the state-of-the-art road equipment. Upper West Regional Minister, Ambassador Stephen Yakubu, noted that the equipment has arrived at a critical time given the deteriorating state of roads in the region. The Upper West region has one of the worst roads in the country that give nightmares to commuters or at worst killing or maiming them.
We still have a lot of problems with our roads, and you know, Upper West here is a basket, food basket of the country. So we need to make sure that every farm, every village, every hamlet, there is, you know, a way to get access roads to get there, and that is exactly what we want to do. What we have now, I've decided to integrate what we have and then distribute them to the assemblies. Whilst they are working, there's no time to waste at all. I'm not going to allow the machines to be sitting here. From today, immediately after here, we're going to put them to the assemblies and they will start work.
He reaffirmed that the program is genuinely driven by community needs and not by the fiat of any politician.
So money is going to come from the central point so that we fuel them, pay the drivers, the operators, I will say, and then they will go on any route that the community wants. This is going to be a community-driven thing. It's not going to be that a politician sits here because his house is here. No. It's a community-driven thing.
Dean of Municipal and District Chief Executives, Isagotari Mumin, on behalf of the group, expressed their appreciation to the President, stating that the equipment will greatly assist in improving the region's roads.
I think this is a game changer. It is something that has never happened before, and I'm sure that the benefits will drive the benefit from implementation.
Kundar K. Venosios, who serves as the acting coordinator of DRIP, and the regional coordinator of Zoom Lion Ghana Limited spoke of the comprehensive maintenance plan that has been established to ensure that the equipment remains in good condition.
That J Plant Pool will be responsible for supplying us with spare parts. How you see these machines around, should any of them, a pin, just a pin, do not anything concerning this machine, if it's not the J Plant Pool will quickly bring it in. It will not be like the past whereby the assemblies receive the equipment and maybe just a single knot or a bolt will fall and then they will say no money and eventually the machine will grind to a halt. This time round, in fact, Ghanaians will see a positive change.
The optics for now looks good, but with the poor maintenance culture of the people, maintaining this slew of air-moving equipment is a test many already know they will fail. It is time to prove them wrong. Reporting for J News, Rafik Salam. Wah!
Chairman of the Otumfuo said the Second Foundation has disclosed that 2 of the 5 blocks under rehabilitation at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital will be, according to Professor Oheneba Boachie, the unstable CD exchange rate adversely impacted procurement of items for the health of Komfo-Anokye project. Speaking to Joy News at the Foundation's health screening event, he called on Ghanaians to continue supporting the project.
The Hill Komfo-Anokye project was launched in October 2023 to mobilize funds for the rehabilitation of the premier health institution in the Ashanti region. The project set a target to raise $10 million to put the old G blocks at the hospital in good shape. The Otumfuo's Hiahene, Professor Oheneba Boachie, says 2 of the 5 blocks are expected to be commissioned in 2 months.
Yeah, the Hill Komfo-Anokye project is coming along quite well. I think where the work is ongoing, and to my knowledge, 2 floors will be completed within a month or 2, and will become the model floors that will be presented to the king sometime in September, October. But it's going on quite well, but we're still appealing to the general public to continue to support the Hill Komfo-Anokye project.
He spoke to Adum News when Otumfuo Foundation organized a health screening exercise for the aged.
We want to thank Otumfuo II, His Royal Majesty, for the opportunity to hold this health fair at the Menchia Palace. It is because of him that we are here today doing what he has commissioned us to do.
A member of the International Healthcare Volunteers, Dr. Jennifer Edufrempong, advised against diabetes.
Healthcare for hypertension, diabetes, which also leads to eye diseases, are a big problem in the Black community. It's not just even in Ghana, it's everywhere. So part of our initiative was to educate us, not just if you have the disease, but actually do an education campaign about it so that people will continue to have yearly checkups, make that part of their commitment to their health, and make health, as I said, a priority.
Joseph Obains reports for Joy News.
Health authorities in the Adansi North and Seche-Kumewu districts of the Ashanti region have expressed confidence that the newly commissioned hospitals in these areas will significantly reduce preventable deaths. The 2 state-of-the-art facilities, built by British firm NMS Infrastructure Limited, collectively offer 240 beds for patients. Lawrence Adiku, the district health director for Seche-Kumewu, is optimistic that these hospitals will drastically improve patient outcome to the extent that mortuary workers may find themselves with little to do. According to Adinku, the improved healthcare services at these facilities will greatly limit patients' fatalities. Here's more from my colleague Ohiming Tewia of our health desk.
President Akufo-Addo on July 17, 2024, commissioned the 2 district hospitals designed, constructed, and equipped by NMS Infrastructure. Fanfare greeted the commissioning ceremonies after several years of waiting by beneficiary communities. Excited about the prospects of the new hospitals, Group Chairman of the NMS Infrastructure, Frederick Su, is convinced the new facilities will deliver quality health care to beneficiary community.
It represents an improvement in the accessibility of modern health care. and it provides modern working environment for the healthcare staff. Most importantly, it provides proximity of modern healthcare for the patients.
The new Adanse North District Hospital aspires to be a specialized maternal and child health treatment center. In 2023, before the operationalization of the new district hospital, the district recorded 11 neonatal deaths. Health authorities say this will be a thing of the past following the commissioning and operationalization of the district hospital. Eric Etuahine is the district director of health. He tells Joy News the district is already seeing a reduction in the top 10 health conditions since the new hospital was operationalized.
As we speak now, we haven't recorded any maternal mortality, and so we pray that with more interventions and more staff to come and support the delivery.
His counterpart at Seche-Kumau district, Lawrence Adinku, believes the new facilities have the capacity to save lives. He is optimistic mortuary attendants at the facilities will have no work to do because limited deaths will be recorded at the facilities.
You can see the ultramodern hospital we are all witnessing. We can talk of all the equipment that we need. So for me, at a point I was even asking myself when we have the mortuary staff posted to me, I asked myself, the mortuary will we be getting work to do at all? Because everything virtually we need to work as a hospital, we have it. In terms of infrastructure, everything is here. Infrastructure, equipment. What I mean is that whatever we need as a hospital to function, we have it here. But unless somebody is destined to die, my thinking is that we have everything we need. Whatever system that needs to be put in place to take care of the clients who will be coming to us, we have all of them in place. So unless somebody is destined or that person's time is up for him to die, if it happens to be the system or equipment we need or whatever to work with, for those ones, forget it. We have everything in place.
Meanwhile, the medical superintendent for Seche-Kumau District Hospital, Dr. Alex Agbanu, wants NMS infrastructure to lead the charge in replicating similar facilities across the country.
I've been here for over 8 years, and I remember there's so many cases that we had to refer to other hospitals in Kumasi. Sometimes simple investigation like X-ray, you have to send people to Kumasi, and it's uncomfortable for the patients, sometimes uncomfortable for the healthcare providers. So this one has come, to take all this burden away. If you go around and look at the design and the way it has been built and the way equipment have been installed, I think they deserve that kind of praise from His Excellency the President of the Republic, because I've been to so many other hospitals, and you will not see the kind of things we are seeing here. The design is so great. If you walk around, you see how things are arranged. It's so fantastic. So NMS has done so well. From what I'm seeing, I'll recommend this kind of infrastructure if it can be replicated in every district.
The two district hospitals have since been opened to the general public. Ohime Interior's report read to you.
Senior Presidential Advisor Yao Safumafo has cautioned against the frequent practice of alternating leadership every 8 years, comparing it to a seesaw that disrupts national development. He made these remarks in Achimota during the third phase of the New Patriotic Party's presidential candidate tour in the Eastern region. My colleague Maso Kudeko has more.
Mr. Osafumafo suggests that the frequent changes in leadership disrupt the continuity of developmental projects and policies, ultimately slowing down the country's progress. He stressed that a more sustained approach to leadership would allow for better planning and implementation of initiatives that benefits the nation.
yaba your friend Dr. Baumia. No, don't go on, I don't go no better me again. I don't go no Baumia and go on a better me again for Akon. And if you are trim, I won't even fast all. Me message to Mununa, if you are trim, I won't even fast all. Or maybe any Yasia, a tumpa, Yatuna don't go. A quaha, Naba, Nakwaha, Naba, Yansa, Ghana, Yeba, Baumia, or Yabegina, or Begina, I don't go no one breaking 8, no one.
Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, also commissioned a newly constructed assembly block and a newly constructed 40-bed capacity district hospital for the Achiase constituency. He said all districts without hospital will get their fair share of a district hospital.
111 hospitals. Na yesi. ABC da Ghana. Yes, I say almost say 419. Almost say it is not possible. Yes, it is possible. Yeah. And then commissioning Achiase District Hospital. District be a Ebenya Hospital. That MVP said age man, Sanet here. You be in Frimo. You completely 40 hospitals. You do a car, 41 hospitals. Yeah, CHIPS compounds completed 428 CHIPS compounds. Health centers, 230 health centers. Where you know, not including Agenda 111 ever.
Axel Kodako reports for Joy News.
Business updates coming up next. In our first business story, stakeholders in the small and medium enterprises sector are calling for the formation of business groups and associations to champion the interest of women-led micro and small businesses in the African continental free trade area. According to them, SMEs stand a better chance of benefiting from the initiative through effective collaboration and partnerships. Tokuno Chedu is the Chief Executive of Compass Global Business Services, and she spoke to Joy Business at an AFSA capacity building workshop for women-led businesses.
How do we ensure that small players do not lose out? The way to do it is to start thinking about coming together to engage on deals. So that is, in other words, that we form clusters. We begin to pull ourselves together and say, we are the cotton makers, we are the shea butter producers, we are the farmers of this vegetable, we are the textile people, and we can meet your demand as a coalition of players in that space. So we also realize that, when talking about deals, it's sometimes not that easy for small players to get to the place of the business opportunity to concluding it as a deal. Why? Because there are many constraints that small businesses face. And sometimes it's about overcoming the constraints by being part of a collective, which is why we're also encouraging associations and platforms that aggregate businesses to start looking at forming clusters, so that the SMEs will not be left out and they can also take part in this process.
In our second story, economist Dr. Patrick Asuming has described as prudent the decision by Cocoa Board to halt external fundraising program for cocoa purchase. Cocoa Board at news conference announced that it will not be turning to the international market for its loan syndication to buy beans for this year. Dr. Asuming noted that that decision couldn't have come at a better time.
Great idea. I think it's a great idea. I don't know why it has taken us this long to realize that this is what we should be doing. Because every time we go out there and take these syndicated loans, we end up paying a huge value of the cocoa that has been produced by hardworking farmers out to them. I think you know, my only wonder is why we have been going through this for long and we didn't do this early. I'm sure there could be, you know, especially at the beginning, there could be some challenges, but I think whatever support that can be provided to Cocoa Board to make this work, we should let it happen, because this is I think it's the best thing I've heard from Cocoa Board.
And that ends we have the currency markets update for you as well. And that ends the news bulletin on the AM show. Coming up next is the news review segment. Honorable David Vondi, the MP for Trifo Atimokwa, and Dr. Ezekiel Obeng from the NPP's communication team will be joining us to review the various newspapers. Stay with us.